because I've experienced in my jobs, and I've always been the only female in the legal department. It's kind of interesting for me. So, and I'm the only Asian in the whole company too. So it's difficult sometimes because they focus on you, that you're going to be the hard worker and they're going to slap all the assignments on you. It's okay, I'm up to the challenge, all right? I am. But I sit on the board of directors of Bar and Professional Women's Association. I went to Bar, so we mentor all the young people. Citibank came back to us last year and said our seniors weren't interviewing enough. And I had to mentor all these seniors in Bar. It's rather surprising to me. I tell them, when you're working in a company, and I've always been in large companies, don't sit there and melt into the woodwork. Okay, good examples. I sat a couple months ago in a meeting like this with 100 in the room. If you're on a conference call, and we all do conference call now, the problem is we don't do things in person anymore. We're not talking to people in the room. We're on conference calls. We're on emails flying back and forth. If you're the associate, and I'm not, I'm the senior VP of sometimes, make sure your presence is known on that trail, because if you don't say anything, they're not going to know that you're working on something. And when you're saying it, make sure it's intelligent and it's not something ridiculous. Let your bosses know. I always am reaching out to help the clients all the time. I'm very time sensitive. Closings have to happen. Banks are loaning money. It's expiring tomorrow. The deal's got to close. All kinds of things are happening. And my job is always put the fire out and get it going. Green light go, we close. And if I say no, all hell's breaking out. Okay, they're going to lose their rate commitment, blah, blah, blah. You got to keep it calm and everything else. And it's not always easy, all right? If the client is thanking you the next day, I always say, don't get me your president, don't thank me. Call the general counsel and tell them what I did. Get it out. You've heard me say this the whole time. It's because we melt into the woodwork. And as an expression, people have heard me say, when I resign positions, and I'm lucky I haven't never been let go, I resigned. The general counsel comes in, I said, I asked you for a paralegal a couple months ago, I'm overwhelmed. No, there are 5 other lawyers in this, they have 3-hour martini lunches, no one's doing work, and you never complain. But Asian people and hard-working people were quiet thunder until the volcano erupts. That's it. I see smiles in the room, and I said we will walk away from it, but we won't leave till we get something better. So now I'm resigning and I'm moving on. And it's funny because after I leave these companies, the clients are complaining to the president and CEO, like, what did you do to Margaret? So I always tell the clients, you should have spoken before, maybe it was separate here. That which brings up another subject we can talk about. If you feel, and I've had people from aabany ask me, if you feel not happy to get up to go to work every morning, I know this is not the economy, I tell them don't leave until you get another position. But if you get up every morning and you hate where you're going, maybe you should be looking on. If you're totally unhappy, it's going to reflect in your work. I've never really had that happen to me. I've made a movement before it happened, but I've had a lot of young people in aabany. I'm happy we're having this event so we can help all of these things that we've been through. You have to, the bottom line is, do you enjoy being an attorney? And I know that's a very, very esoteric question because sometimes it's your parents that push you along. So, a lot of things have been, a lot of people have been emailing me and knowing that aabany, and I said, this is not the time to quit your job. Do not quit your job. So you get another one. So I'm hoping you learn from the parents that answer that we have this.
Now, for those people that are not currently working, there are so many attorneys that are not currently employed in New York. I do think that it's possible to create opportunities for yourself, and there are multiple ways to do that. One is to do pro bono, and I know, more free work, but when you do pro bono, especially in an area that really interests you, then you really can meet other attorneys that are also dedicated to the community. Many of them do work at firms, many of them are owners of their own firms, and I think that is one way to really get known, and people can see what type of work you can produce, and you are very likely, if you do a good job in that pro bono situation, to meet people who could either get your job or will hire you directly. Of course, it depends on what type of industry you're interested in. I know for immigration, it's, pro bono is one of the best ways to get a position. All of the most well-known immigration attorneys are doing pro bono work, and that is the way to get one-on-one time. Another way, of course, there's the normal applying for positions, but that can only go so far. Networking, we keep saying networking, the relationship building is so important. I have I've gotten so many people that have been referred to come and speak to me just for these informational meetings. I think informational meetings are very, very helpful. You should reach out to those people that you're interested in their background, in their work, and what they're doing today. If that's a place that you want to be at, then you need to be making an appointment to speak with them, have coffee with them, have lunch. People are much more approachable than that they might seem on paper. Look for those connections. You might have a friend that works at a firm or works at a firm. And just start meeting, I would say meeting for coffee or meeting with people on a regular basis and just building your network. And also trying to help other people, because I think that by helping other people, they'll remember you and they're more likely to help you find a job or create your own.
The one thing that's worked for me at the law firm, and I think at Citigroup too, and a lot of people call this different things. I just think of it as being a really annoying thinker. So for instance, at Bingham I really wanted to go to these 3 SEC testimonies, and as a junior associate, you either just get lucky or you push and force yourself into a position where they need you to be there. So I think the thing that I do is try to think of every single thing on a specific case that nobody else is going to think of. Because, if you become that really annoying person, then people, socially this doesn't work very well. But, as a lawyer, it can actually be at least helpful, you have to think about, for instance, if you're going to SEC testimony, who's going to be in the room? When you get into the room, where's the partner going to sit? Where is your witness going to sit? Where are the 2 lawyers at the SEC going to sit? Where's the associate going to sit? Those are the things you think about at testimony. When it comes to preparing for a case or responding to a regulator, you have to think, all right, well, is this exactly the way that we should be wording something? Is this are we being too broad in our language? Are we being too specific in our language? And yes, it's just really annoying, but it's it can be kind of an attention to detail, but it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more in that your bosses will have faith in you because they won't need to when they go to sleep at night think I wonder if anybody's thought about this. You kind of want to be the person who your seniors can rely on to think, I can go to sleep at night. I feel fine about this case. I feel fine that my associate or the lawyer who's handling this has handled it completely, and I don't have to worry about anything because he can handle it. And as a result of that, I think you end up getting bigger cases. You end up being able to go to the testimonies that you want to go to just because people trust you.
That's very good point. So does anyone in the audience have any questions for our speakers? Yes.
I have a question for Vanessa. I actually just went solo about 3 months ago, so what would you suggest to somebody at this stage of solo practice?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Well, I think that when you need to have a business plan, you need to know what your goals are for the next year. You have, where do you want to be in 1 year? Where do you want to be in 2 years? Sort of thing. You should also, at least for me, the most important thing was not to spend too much money in the beginning. So I had a certain amount of funds, and I wanted to make sure that that would last me for 3 years without making any money. And thank goodness I've made some money. But, if I wasn't making money, then I would know at least I have another year to go. Be research, be conservative with your cash, but at the same time, get the 16 weeks. I would create a website, pay money for a website, make sure you get referrals before you choose someone. Unfortunately, I did get burned in that way, choosing someone just off the internet. Just for any type of service, I would do that. I had a virtual office in the beginning for my first 2 years. I had a virtual office, $217 a month, Park Avenue address. Now I can afford to get my full-time office. I didn't want to take out loans for anything. I would get business cards. You need to network. Without a business card, you're not going to be able to network very well. And make sure you have software. Make sure you have malpractice. And I would definitely meet with other solo attorneys so that you can have one-on-one and get an idea as to where you want to be, what you like and what you don't like, and what type of firm you want to be.
Is it okay to ask, just, in general range terms, like how much money do you have that you would have to invest to really get your up on the ground?
Well, it really depends on what kind of industry you're in. So immigration is fairly inexpensive to start with. I invested $2,000 in my business. So I didn't want. I mean, I had savings, but I started with $2,000, and then I got my virtual office. I paid $217 for the virtual office. That was my biggest expense. $100 for software so that I could bill my clients. I could complete the forms. Everything was in the software. Another maybe $1,000 for website. $500 for business card design and business cards, and then that's it. That's pretty much it. No practice insurance was $1,000 the first year, $1,400 the second year. So just go up.
I have to laugh because I started my private practice in 1986 when my parents contacted me up. My copy machine alone was like $5,000. I still have the same cell phone number from 1986. The cell phone was like a bread promoter. $500. And here's what I'm going to tell you. Keep in touch with the clients. I'm a solo practitioner. Vanessa client, I didn't have a secretary. It was me. And no computers back then. I did have a computer. I had dot matrix printers. He used to tell all of that. But anyway, my father was a doctor in the community. Everybody's buying houses in 86. Asian, I had Asian yuppies that I called. I worked at Salman Brothers, Goldman. They're buying that in Park City. I was a very busy lady. Okay. And it was just me, without software. But I had a referral business. Everybody knew Margaret Ling was the first-time veterans, first-time home buyers. Oh my gosh, the immigrants in Chinatown. She loved them. I made sure I embraced my clients. And embrace your clients. You don't have to, live with them or marry them. They will refer business to you. Very, very important. Okay, now because it's the millennium, there's more ways for you to get out there, LinkedIn, whatever else. I didn't have that ability, but because my dad had a wonderful practice and people that liked me and saw me in my dad's doctor's office and they said, oh, she's, and remember, I told you when we first got here, I didn't go to law school intending to do this. I was going to be an immigration attorney. Okay. So I was doing all this, and I did have backup. My title company, what I do now, senior counsel, they helped me. If I didn't know something, I would make a phone call. Okay. I can tell a very funny story. My Cantonese is not the best. I'm fourth generation ABC. My first transaction, I had a little first Chinese woman buying her first house in Bensonhurst, and in Chinese, I told her to bring $1 million for certified checks. Oh my God. That one, we had a chart on my desk, in increments because it's got mine, 10,000 all the way up. My Chinese is much better now, 20 years. But, and the brokers would shake. Margaret Ling went on an inspection with me. No attorneys in the Asian community. And now that I chair the real estate committee, they all still remember me. I would accompany immigrants to housing inspections because I felt they did not speak English. They were all going into Brooklyn, Staten Island, sellers are not Asian. They never owned a house in their life. I had one that had a family of 8, 4 couples from Guangzhou buying a house. They said every penny. My heart was bleeding at this. I drove up with them and the broker goes to them and says, what you doing here? I'm here because I want to walk them through the house and explain to them what the hot water heater. Go to the 9 yards. There's good lawyers. I'm a real estate attorney. When I tell the real estate attorneys that we just go to the 9 yards. It's not that it pays off. It's what I do. It's the person I am. The clients love you. After 20-something years, I do a little private practice. I'm probably on the 2nd, 3rd generation of the clients in my family. Do a good job.
And just, I guess, I don't know what you're regarding clients. I did not take clients with me from the firm. So I started off from scratch. The firm did end up referring clients to me. But in the beginning, it was all networking. I networked 4 to 5 times a week. And that included pro bono, meeting up with old friends, whatever it was. Dedicate the time that you would to any job. Put it into your practice. So if you can dedicate, 40 to 60 hours a week, make sure that you're doing that.
What is your specialty in this house?
Family law.
Family law. For those who are within the realm of that, Is that how you can answer feedback?